Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Star Fox Adventures. I am the Doctor, and in the last episode, always the pause there, we worked our way through the mountain pass and obtained our second Krazoa spirit, and in this episode I intend to go to the Krazoa Palace to return it, which is what this big rocky bastard is. Don't turn your back on me, you whore! That's what this rocky bastard is for. Turn around, sunshine. All the way around. Come on. Come on. There you go. Hello, Warpstone. Let's do this. Oh, I thought he was going to give me a speech. He's not. It's just... Let's press right this time.
Are you ready to go to Krazoa Palace?
You're done, tootin' I am. Go. And we get to see Fox flying through space again on his crazy acid trip. Whee! Oh yeah, I just want to say as well, the last two episodes you'll have noticed are below the kind of quality you usually expect from the Infamous Gentleman in terms of visual and audio stuff. There is a reason for this, which I will explain after this cutscene.
So this is Krazoa Palace. Okay, Tricky, let's find out where we can release the spirit. Tricky? Tricky!
Sorry. I forgot to tell you. I cannot warp dinosaurs.
That's a shame.
I can still hear you, Fox.
Consider, if you will, the advantages of a warp stone on a planet made entirely of dinosaurs, a warp stone which does not have the ability to warp dinosaurs. Yeah, he's pretty impotent, for want of a better phrase. Which probably explains why he'd forgotten what he's supposed to do, because no one's ever asked him to do it in years, because he's not a warp stone. Well, he is a warp stone, but he can't warp them. Anyway, yeah, I was going to say, the reason that the last two episodes were a bit crap is basically... Normally... Ooh, kill the sharp core. Normally, before I start recording, I do a very, very extensive series of tech testing, and just kind of making sure all my microphone levels are fine, the capture card's recording properly and stuff like that. But... yesterday, when I was recording those episodes, I forgot to... No, well, I didn't forget to, I just didn't do it, I decided not to. But, little did I know. Well, I should have known, it's actually really obvious. But, basically, I'd forgotten that I'm actually on a new laptop, essentially. It's the same laptop, but I'd reinstalled Windows. Which meant that all my settings were fucked, so the one time I didn't do a tech test was the one time I really could have done with doing one. Open! Yeah. Which was foolish of me. And so, yeah, the audio and video quality was a bit off, but hopefully you've got past that. Anyway, now this bit. Another bit I used to hate as a child. Not, again, because it's inherently difficult, but because my television sucked. And even by the light, we had one of those massive kind of CRT things. They had to sit really close to it to see anything on it, and this one's actually not much better. You know what? I don't even care what you say, and if you think it's cheating, you won't have noticed anything, but I've just cracked the contrast up on my TV because I can't see shit. There we go, that's slightly better. I was having the same problem with this one as I had the old one, because you have to navigate in the dark, and it's really fucking difficult. Where the shit am I going? It's over here, it's over here. Yeah! You have to navigate in the dark by firefly light with a timed barrel, and... my old TV, and apparently my TV that I have now are both not quite up to the task. Anyway. Though that was an old kind of CRT thing that just kind of didn't really do contrast. Oh yeah, that's made those switch now, so we can go around it. Whereas this TV is basically, it's an LCD one, but it has that weird thing where if you're not looking at the right angle, like laptop screens have as well, if you're not looking at it at the right angle, the contrast is completely fucked. Anyway, this is new. This is a gun turret. If we get near it, it shoots the shit out of us. See what? Whoa, no. So we need to disable its shield somehow using these fancy things that we saw back in the Volcano Force Point Temple. Get used to these from now on, they feature annoyingly regularly. Actually, they're really not that bad. He says, failing it repeatedly. You wait for some of the ones we... This one isn't that bad compared to... Nope, that's green. Nice one. Compared to some of the ones we see later. So now that's taken the shield down off it. So, I can just take my staff and just go, ah! This bit looks oddly similar to the bit we went through with Crystal, but also slightly different, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so hitting the sun pad, these were normally just kind of facing each other in a perfect solid line of fire, but hitting the sun pad made them start moving left and right, so there's actually the opportunity to kind of weave between them, like so. Oh no, of course I said like so, literally. The moment I exploded, I'm not the brightest apple on the pear tree, am I? And let's go! Hey, we're through. And now we can go to what the turret was guarding, which was this pad, which, like with Crystal, opens the door. And we can place this on it. And again, now we go to an eerily familiar room. But this time it's got Sharpclaw in, because there was actually, if you'll have noticed, no combat at all, apart from against those kind of brain jellies which aren't really enemies when we were Crystal. Whereas now it's full of Sharpclaw. You know what? Yeah. I don't know, I didn't mean to put that on Y, what I actually meant to do was Fire Blast it, but okay, that works too. There's a warp pad here that we can't use. Yeah, that's for later. For now, we continue up here, much as we did with Crystal, and I'm low on staff energy. Hopefully that doesn't count. Because now we go into a really cool room. Like, that is where the statue was as Crystal, as I say. The palace has changed slightly yet, but that weird glowy wobbly wibbly wall has gone, and now we can access the Grand Wind Chamber, which looks... Go away. Go away! Leave now and never come back! Oh, fuck it. But yeah, the Grand Wind Chamber looks really cool. But unfortunately... Oh no, I do remember where I've got to go. Not on that one. Need to ride a bit higher up. That was why I was trying to kill these brain jellies when I had the chance. This time we ride all the way to the top. Because it's our first visit to Krazoa Palace. Of another 4 we have to make in total. Pretty much 1 after each dungeon world. This isn't the wind lift I thought it was. Oh, must be on the other side then. The difference between a wind lift going up and a wind lift going down is negligible. So, I hope... Oh, dear. Yeah! So, let's hope it's this one. I've got a map anyway, and this map shows me exactly where I need to go. Yeah, it's this one! And now, though we've known them for ages, now we come across Fox's first encounter with Crystal.
Wow, she's beautiful. Whoa, a Krazoa spirit. But how do I get mine in there? What am I doing?
Peppy here! What are you doing, Fox? Release the spirit and get out of there! Peppy out!
I love Nintendo humor.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, that's a surprisingly amusing little scene. But yeah, you'll notice orbiting Crystal is the Krazoa spirit, who claimed earlier he would guide us further when we got here. Lying bastards. But yes, so you'll have noticed during the cutscene that this face opened. So let's utilise this face in a manner very similar to what we've seen before with Crystal. You'll also notice the music in that last cutscene was the music that I used as the still do, as the end credit scene on this kind of, not end credit scene, the kind of, I don't know what you call it, outro I suppose, because I really like that kind of, woo, up comes the Krazoa Palace spirit. Not out of me for some reason, which is where you think it would have been. Oh no, I put it into the face and then it rose up. That kind of makes sense. It would have been easier for it to go the direct route, but oh well. My eyes are no longer creepy and purple, which is definitely a good thing. But wait. Yeah, that happened. At least it's better. So the first one spat and got Crystal trapped in a crystal, and this one, instead of blowing, sucked. And fortunately just took us back to the warp stone, which is awesome. So what do we do now? Well, I'll tell you. Or...
Right there, Fox. Time for you to head down to the seaside. Check the signposts for directions.
Okay, big fella. Good to see you doing your job and helping out.
You cheeky little blighter. Now, I've been keeping this back for you. Ready for when you needed it.
Hooray! He's given us a thing! This is a medium scarab bag. It holds up 100 scarabs, which is awesome. And, yep. All I was saying is check Peppy's dinosaur map, and I know exactly where it tells me to go, and it'd be cooler if I could explain it to you. But yes, so now we have 26 scarabs and can hold up to 100. You can guess from the fact that they've given us that we actually do need it for something. So I'm going to fill it before we get on our way to... Oh, that's a lot of ones. Good lord. I could have just given us 110, but I suppose those are easier to catch. What's through here? I'm honestly just doing this because I can't remember. Fuel cells. That's the kind of thing, if you're on Dinosaur Planet itself, the chances are fuel cells. Fuel cells as well, in case you're wondering, aren't spent like fuel by the R-Wing. Like, they don't... It doesn't... Every trip you make on the R-Wing does not require fuel cells. It's literally just a barrier every time you first discover the way to like open one of the Gatekeeper worlds again. It requires a certain amount of fuel cells. So like when we first opened Dark Ice Mines, it took I think it's 10 to get there. But then I could go to my R-Wing now and happily fly to Dark Ice Mines, and it will cost no fuel cells. It's just like the first time you discover it, you need to pay the fuel cell price. So it's just a kind of, you need to do this in order to progress. Generally, like, if you've just been getting them as you see them, you never have any... I've never run into any problems with fuel cells. It's only really if you've almost been going out of your way to avoid them, which is... means you're probably doing something wrong anyway, that's would actually be a problem. Was that as many as... Yeah, that'll be enough for now. Probably. Well... Yeah, surprise, surprise, we need them for something relatively soon. Huh. Yeah. That'll be fine, I guess. So now we can head through here that I opened a couple of episodes ago because I thought there was a Thorntail beacon. Actually, yeah, there was a Thorntail beacon down here, I was right. We might as well get these fuel cells while we're here. If in doubt, get fuel cells. Get fuel cells, fuck bitches. I even said that the wrong way round. That would be get bitches, fuck fuel. No, not get bitches, fuck fuel cells. That's all kinds of wrong. I'm just, no. Talking is done for this episode. This is no longer a Let's Play and actually will be a walkthrough. What's in here? I think this is... Yeah, it's a Bamfordad. Again, I think we have about 7 or 8 Bamfordads now. We have 8 Bamfordads, and we've not died once. And as I say, I'm trying to make the whole LP without dying. Let's see how that goes. Introducing the 5th of the game's one-way locks. You can see it on the map there, kind of. You can't go left. Because if you try and go left, then there is a sheer cliff on the other side. But fortunately, if we go right instead of going left, it's the exact mirror. So, we get over there, and we jump over. Wait for it. Jump over a sheer cliff and go around. Again, one-way lock. I think it's something to do with loading. I really need to look this up, because I've talked about it so much. I feel like I should. This area always, I think, looks really cool. But... like, I have this bit here, like this corridor, is a loading zone, and I have problems with it, because basically, when I was little, I used to play around with Action Replay cheat codes, and I, like, permanently fucked my main save file, and whenever I tried to cross this bit, for, like, years, it froze up, so now I kind of seize up whenever I'm near it. Anyway, Sharp Claw. You'll see this was called Lightfoot Village as well. Lightfoot Village is a cool area, which is... through that gate. And we can't get there yet. Makes a really cool sound. Yeah, there are 3 trees with targets on which are important later. Remember those, ladies and gentlemen. For now, all we need to do is just kill some Sharp Claws and hear what may be the funniest bit of voice acting in the entire game.
60 scarabs to enter Cape Claw. Go on, in you go.
It sounds so ridiculous. 60 scarabs to enter Cape Claw. Okay, in you go. Oh, I love that voice. I've lost myself on a maze. That's brilliant. The maze is even on the fucking map. It's a completely easy maze to get through. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, exciting things are happening. Look, we can kill the bastards now. Yeah. You encounter these literally at like 3 points in the game, and that's one of them. But still, it's nice to know that they are, in fact, mortal like the rest of us. So we are coming up to now one of my favourite areas in the game. I know I always say favourite music in the game, this is literally one of my favourite areas because it's just got a really nice feel to it. And I think we are going to be approaching just at dawn, which is exactly when I want to be approaching it. Because it has really awesome music and a really nice feel, but it just ain't quite the same at night. Again, there's a kind of unnecessary loading well here. Yeah, loading well, that's a thing. That's the kind of game this is, ladies and gentlemen. Technically, when you just go down one level, then kind of you can go back up on the other side, but... ow. But if you go down to the bottom, there is some stuff down here. Namely, a fuel cell. And if we go slightly further, there is a horde of grub tubs and... Not that. Hey, fuel cell over in the corner. And I think that's it. Oh no, there's another fuel cell over here. Yep. Fuel cell indicator, occasionally useful. And will be very useful when I come to do my comprehensive fuel cell guide later in the LP. That's much later in the LP. For now, yes, we're on the way to the seaside, but that's the only thing. It hasn't exactly been explained at any time why. And I knew I was going to have a lot of ladder climbing to do, so I was like, okay, I won't tell them why. But yes, obviously, well, obvious to me, who's played this game more times than you've had hot dinners, but yes, we're going in search of the second Spellstone Gatekeeper, who is, I don't actually think you know yet where the kind of Spellstone land is, so I ain't going to say anything. But needless to say, Spellstone Gatekeeper coming up, which is awesome. Because that means we're kind of really getting on with the plot. We delivered a Krazoa Spirit, and we're on to the next Spellstone. And pretty much it kind of goes in that order of kind of Spellstone, Krazoa, Spellstone, Krazoa, Spellstone, Krazoa, and nothing really fucks with it, which some people complain about, but I like that in a game. I like it when it's kind of like, okay, gather like the 4 shards of the Mirror of Twilight or something like that. You gather all 4 of them, hooray! On you go with the plot. Not you gather 3, but the 4th one something goes goofy on, and you have to go out of your way to... I don't like it when games do that. I just completely negated. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot! I was too caught up with the whole ladder climbing business to realise I'd climbed one too many ladders. I guess I'm just too enthusiastic for this shit. But yes, ignoring my nonsense ramblings. Well, if it weren't for my nonsense ramblings, I wouldn't really have a YouTube channel. Anyway, we're actually finally out of the loading well now, and oh, you can hear that sea breeze, and yes, it's just dawn, I think. I can't actually see any natural light. Yeah, it's just dawn. Awesome. I've timed this well, because this was totally deliberate, obviously. Welcome to Cape Claw. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, yeah. Nope, there's a fucking tree in the way. Of course there is. Oh, it looks so pretty. There are waterfalls, and there are sea, and there's a fucking henchclaw can go fuck himself. No. Oh, ow. Ow. There we go. Oh, just look at it. It's slightly... I was going to say it's slightly overcast today, but also, I forgot about that little cutscene. Yeah, someone or something is watching us, which is making Tricky nervous. But... come on. There you go, good bridge. But I'm probably going to call the episode there. Oh, no, before we go, you can see over there, just in the distance, I'll show you them better closer up next episode, but that is a high top. They're a dying species now, but they're one of the rarest dinosaur species, and this is one of only 2 in the game. So that's kind of cool. Also, giant freaky Krazoa head there, which is always awesome. So yeah, we'll call it at that. It's not been the most productive episode. Well, no, it has actually. We've been to Krazoa Palace, we've dropped off our first Krazoa Spirit, and now we've come to the seaside to find our next Spellstone Gatekeeper. So thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Star Fox Adventures. Thank you very much, and I hope you join me next time. Good day.